What's up? What's good? What's poppin'? What's cracking? What's percolating? What's really good in the hood? It's your man Theo Butler. Welcome to another episode. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. I put it in there. I put it in there. Oh man! Hey, before we begin, man, what's going on with y'all? It's sunny. It's a beautiful day. Hopefully, your college football team won yesterday. Hopefully, you had a great day yesterday. Whether you spent time with your family, friends, loved ones, or just chilled out and watched some football. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. But before we begin, like, share, subscribe. If you like, leave a comment. If you don't like, leave a constructive comment. Y'all see the title. Do you actually care about Black Panther, Wakanda, T'Challa, and Chadwick Boseman? Yeah, come on. I think it's a fair question. Do you actually care? And I asked that question because of a conversation piece that's going on in a group that I'm in. Now, first of all, I'm not going to reveal the name of the group, but what I am going to do is just say that it's supposed to be a group specifically about those who like nerdy stuff but look like me. So I'm gonna step away. I want to show y'all something real quick because this is the conversation piece that's going on in the group. I'll be right back. So I'm gonna go over it real quick. An incredibly unpopular opinion. Marvel Studios top brass, Ryan Coogler, and the rest of the creative cast and crew of the first Black Panther film are too emotionally heartbroken to recast T'Challa. This is what the author is saying in the post. If they were forced to bow to the large section of the fandom in favor of casting a new actor in Boseman's place, their hearts obviously wouldn't be in the endeavor. They would just get the movie out to fulfill their contractual obligations. And we get a substantially shitty final product with none of the heart or soul of the first effort. This is someone who's supposed to, this is someone who looks like me, has the, they this is somebody who's my ethnicity, a female version of me, and she's supposed to be a nerd. And this is what she just said. So my response was, I said, because me, I like asking the hard questions. I do. I like asking the hard questions. And I think when it's all said and done, you got to ask the hard question. And I said, unpopular question. Unpopular question. Did you go to the movie to learn about the characters or did you go to see the actors? She said, I went for the character at first. But Coogler and company gave us a far more engrossing tale of the nation that I am much more intrigued to see. Now, I see it as a well-crafted ensemble piece that should continue. And I said, so in going to learn about the characters from the comic book source material, you became more interested in their variation of the characters, some of which don't actually exist and or they change the characters' personalities. Interesting. She says, I came initially for the character, but stayed for the allegory to real world issues that the comics never touched as well. In short, I view science fiction and fantasy as meaningless unless it is merely a funhouse mirror reflection of the real world. The characters as such are secondary for me. She said it. She's pushing for the non-recasting. Someone else says, y'all do understand that they won't be recasting T'Challa, but they can recast Black Panther. The BP was not one singular person, it's a mantle. Somebody tells them we want T'Challa. I come in and I say, I beg to differ. There's a history to the passing of the mantle of Black Panther. For one, Killmonger should never have survived the heart-shaped herb. The problem is that there's way too much misinformation circulating about this character and his history. I'm willing to bet you know more about Batman, Superman, Bruce Wayne, and Clark Kent, which is why the Black community doesn't covet this character like Batman, Superman, Spider-Woman, Wonder Woman, Iron Man, and many others are coveted. So, and somebody else says, and I don't think he was talking specifically to me at this point. Look, bro, Disney looking at them like, oh, that's cute. Yeah, go ahead and tell them we'll never recast. But let's be real. With T'Challa, this next movie probably ain't going to do numbers like the last one did. So Disney will be for sure to recast in the next 2 to 3 years. Maybe it would be an alternate universe T'Challa to take some of the sting away. And if Coogler that salty about it, they'll recast his ass too. Laugh my ass off. Let's not act like Disney ain't just about the bag. And I told the young man, I said, historically speaking, we always make assumptions, and what does that get us? Where does that get us when we make assumptions that something is naturally just going to fall into our favor without fighting for it? And he says, wait for the next 2 to 3 years. I'm sorry. No disrespect. I got cats rocking with me that's 10 years older than me, and I'm 53. I'm finna tell them to wait 2 to 3 more years. That's a selfish ass attitude, you don't think? See, and I'm gonna say this, and Kyle, I appreciate you responding. You said respect. Kyle, let me put this on your dome, and you're gonna get this when I say this. And as a matter of fact, way too many of y'all are gonna get this when I say it. Mr. Smith, you're gonna appreciate this one, and Yvette, you will too. Suppose we change the story of the Bible. What you going to church for? You going to church to hear the preacher put his personal spin on it? To see how it relates to real life situation? Or you going to go get the word? Wait. Because that was for the people that go to church. I'm finna do this one for the rappers. You want somebody really messing around with Tupac's legacy? What about his music? His music is real. Those are his words. Just like those authors. How would you feel if somebody altered the lyrics to Dear Mama? Suppose somebody altered the lyrics to your favorite Biggie Small song, the Notorious B.I.G. Here we go. Those of y'all that love James Bond, whether it's the Daniel Craig version or whether it's any of the incarnations that came before, suppose they altered that character's history all day, every day, twice on Sunday to the point where the character was non-recognizable. What y'all saying? Y'all would lose y'all mind. You would. And you would be justified in doing so. The thing is that way too many of us are cavalier with stuff that means something to anybody else. See, if I said it once and I say it again, and the young lady, she snitched on herself. I like when you let people get comfortable. She wants her story told. Wherever she's from, she don't want Wakanda's story. She wants her story. That means she wants what she saw. The brother killed a brother. She's comfortable with that. Even though that's not Wakanda's story, she wants her story told. A black man killing a black woman. She's comfortable with that. She wants a mirror reflection of what she goes through day to day. I'm sorry, I don't need to see Breonna Taylor in Wakanda forever. I don't need to be reminded about George Floyd in Wakanda forever. I don't need to be reminded about Cardi B and her relationship with Quavo. I'm going to say Offset. I don't need none of that toxic nonsense in Wakanda. If you good with it, sister, queen, If you good with it, Ryan, you good with it, Nate, there are quite a few reality shows. You should go produce your own damn show. But don't call this Wakanda Forever. Don't associate this with Black Panther. Don't tie this into T'Challa. And don't make sure you're the victim of this. Do your own damn thing. Do your own damn thing. And to those of y'all that just want what you want, just come out and say that. You don't respect the character. You just told the truth and shamed the devil. And that's what I was looking for. Because that's what I've been saying. But y'all been out here spewing this non-recast stuff. Y'all have been saying exactly why you didn't want the non-recast. Now we know why. Nate Moore don't want the non-recast. Not because he's respecting Chadwick Boseman. Not because he has respect for the character. But because he sees Chadwick Boseman and T'Challa as one and the same. He said that. I'm going with that. I'm not finna put my feelings into his mouth. I'm not finna do that. That's what he said. That's what he meant. This young queen who said that, hey, she ain't particular about them stories. She want what she want. She want real life reflection. Thank you. You don't care about this character. You care about what you going through seen on the big screen. That's not T'Challa's story. Just like my story is not T'Challa's story. It's Wakanda. It's a futuristic African nation that ain't dealing with what we're dealing with here. It's supposed to be about better, but some of y'all don't want better. You want what you see every day, whether it's on reality television, whether it's on the Oprah Winfrey Network, whether it's a Tyler Perry show, whether it's a Lifetime show. Sad part is that's not Wakanda. That was never the intent for that to be Wakanda by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Reginald Hudlin didn't give us that. Christopher Priest didn't give us that. And Ta-Nehisi Coates didn't give us that. I'm not finna, because they actually saw something better. And I just figured it out. Ryan Coogler isn't a writer. He's a director. Therein lies the problem. Every writer is not a comic book writer. They aren't. And if you really don't give a damn about comics, you really have no business producing a comic book movie. An action movie, yeah, and even though comic book movies have action in them, they're not action movies. There's a story that's supposed to be told. So you got the writer, and then you got the comic book writer, and then you also have the director. That's where we went wrong in this. So many of y'all are telling the truth about how you actually feel. I just want to thank you. But know this. Stop telling people you give a damn about Black Panther, T'Challa, Wakanda, Shuri. Just say you give a damn about Ryan's vision and you give a damn about Nate's vision. That's the truth. That's exactly what that is. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Peace.